Hi students, now in this lecture we will discuss about the nomenclature of the carbon compounds. There are two systems of the nomenclature. One is called as a common name, the other one the IUPAC nomenclature system. Common name, or it's also called as tribal name. This is the earlier, or you can say the classical concept of naming the organic compounds. In the early stages of the development of organic chemistry, when only few compounds were known, and most of the organic compounds, they were derived from the organic sources, from the natural sources like plants and animals. So therefore they were named generally after the source of the origin, right? You know, like suppose we have a urea, it was derived from the urine, that's where the name is that, right? So normally the organic compounds, they were named according to the source. The name actually refers to the source from which the compound was derived. Like the wood spirit, the methyl alcohol, it was obtained actually by carrying out a destructive distillation of wood, and hence it was named accordingly, a wood spirit, right? Based on the source, the name was given according to the source. But later on, when new compounds were formed in the labs, this system was rejected. The system became irrelevant. Why? Because we could synthesize now organic compounds in the lab, and the number of organic compounds that were prepared in the labs were plenty. Therefore, a new system of nomenclature was given, called as IUPAC nomenclature system. In the IUPAC nomenclature system, we have a well-defined set of rules, and when we follow, we can get a systematic way of nomenclature. According to the IUPAC nomenclature system, the name of organic compound consists of three main parts: word root, suffix, and the prefix. So I am going to write down here a compound, and I would like to name this compound as per the IUPAC nomenclature system. This is a very simple molecule here, CH3 single bond CH2 single bond CH3. So this compound contains only carbon-carbon single bond, right? So just looking at the molecule, we can say that this molecule belongs to the alkane family, right? Alkane family. And how many carbon atoms are there? 3 carbon atoms. So this is a C3 compound, isn't it? So this is a C3 compound. And we know when a molecule contains 3 carbon atoms, we use the term prop for it. The term prop represents the number of carbon atoms. So what the word root is? Word root is basically the number of carbon atoms. Word root represents the number of carbon atoms, right, in a molecule. And in our last video, we have discussed that if we have a 1 carbon atom, we use the term math. For C2, we use the term ath. Prop for the C3, but for the C4, right? Pent for C5. Okay. So word root represents what? The number of carbon atoms. Correct? And when we name this organic compound here, we can say it is prop. We use the term prop, means it contains 3 carbon atoms, and we find here only the single bonds there, so we use the term ANE, propane. So this ANE is what? ANE here is the suffix, right? ANE is the suffix here. So when we name a compound, we first write down the word root and then the suffix, which actually represents whether there is a single bond or a double bond. So this is the propane. Now the IUPAC nomenclature, as per the IUPAC nomenclature system, the molecule will have a name of propane. And now, for example, we have another molecule like this, CH3, single bond, CH, a double bond is now here, CH2. Now how many carbon atoms are there? The word root for this molecule will be prop, because there are 3 carbon atoms, right? This is C3, so we are going to use prop. But there is a double bond over here, so this will be the propene. The suffix here is ene, so the name is propene. Okay. If we have a molecule like this, CH3, CH2, CH2, single bond, C triple bond, CH. Now this molecule, it contains how many carbon atoms? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to use the pent. Okay, pent. And how many? Here we find a triple bond, so this will be the INE, pentyne, right? If we have a long chain molecule like this pentyne, we always give the name. We always first do the numbering to the carbon chain, right? To the carbon chain, we start the numbering so that this functional group with this double bond or triple bond gets the least number. Normally this numbering is done when you have more than 3 carbon atoms. You have 4 or more than 4 carbon atoms in the carbon chain. And the numbering here is done so that this triple bonded carbon gets the least number. So it will be number 1, this is the 2, this is the 3, 4 and 5. We also mention the position of this triple bond. Okay, so if you want to mention the position of a triple bond, so we can say the triple bond starts from the carbon number 1. So the name of this compound actually will be, it will be the pent-1 INE. Pent-1 1 represents here the position of this triple bond, right? So let's have one more example to get a clear idea. Suppose we have a CH3, CH, double bond, CH, single bond, CH3 here. Again this molecule is an alkene, and I'm going to start the numbering from we do it from the left side, 1, 2, 3. Now how many carbon atoms are there? 4. So I'm going to use the term but. So I'm going to use the but. But. And there's double bond, so I'm going to use the butene, but I also mention the position of the double bond. It starts from the carbon number 2, so therefore it is but-2-ene, right? Sometimes we also write it 2-butene, right? We also write it like this, 2-butene. Okay, both are correct. Let's take some more examples here. We have a CH3, CH, 2, single bond, CH, double bond here, CH, and a CH3. Now this molecule contains a double bond here, so it belongs to the alkene family. I can start the numbering from the left side. So if I do it from the left side, then it will be, this carbon will get a number 1, this one number 2, this one number 3, this one number 4, and this one number 5. But if I do the numbering from the right side here, from start from here, this will be the number 1, this will be number 2, 3, 4, and the 5. Which one is correct? Left side numbering or the right side numbering? The left side, left side numbering is wrong. Why? Because here the functional group, the double bond, gets the 3 the value. Right side numbering, it gets a 2. So the numbering is correct where the double bond gets a least number. And when I name it, I'll first mention the number of carbon atoms, which is the word root. So the word root for this compound will be pent. Okay, it is pent, and there is a double bond, so it is pentene. But what is the position of the double bond? It starts from the carbon number 2, right? Okay, because right side numbering is correct, not the left side numbering, right? Okay, so it will be the pent 2ene, right? This is pent2ene. Hope you got the concept. Thanks for watching the video. Bye for now.